There we go.
Is it working?
I mean, something's working.
I didn't bleed this time.
That was the problem.
No blood sacrifice. That's why.
Great, good.
Okay, all right.
Ooh, Amber's real salty.
Listen.
Listen. Okay.
Everything.
Hello, hi, hello everybody.
Hello.
I mean, we're not gonna go like super late longer, so we're just gonna keep playing Undertale for now. But Jesse, why don't you play a video game and I'll talk about
Yeah.
the issues that I have with it,
But like
which are
legit.
personal.
Like legit,
Well,
yeah.
no. So there are. I mean, like, yes.
What's
So
the
some
deal?
of these issues are potentially. Oh yeah.
Teammate
Sorry. It's
control.
you want to actually have a thing?
You want to play games? That's weird.
I do want to play video games.
Yeah, I think that works. There we go.
I mean, I suppose we could turn it down a little. Like, we don't need the music as much. Like, I'm good. I can play.
How do I do that? All right.
I'm just letting you know that if you want to talk it. I mean, the music's nice. It's a nice.
It is. We're not gonna.
Ah.
Just gonna do it a little down. So, oh shit. Sorry, dude. There you go.
Yeah.
So, like, I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been thinking about, like, why this game frustrates me so much. And the things that I come up with... Song is suddenly much louder? What? I don't know. I mean, I think I turned it down. So there's a bunch of stuff going on in this game, but fundamentally there are two core. It's just the combat. There's two core mechanics in the combat. And one of them is a bullet hell, and the other one is a puzzle box. And we've been talking about puzzle boxes. Anybody who's been watching me play video games for the last few weeks has, like, I have been going through a thing with puzzle boxes. Puzzle box is the idea of sort of a black box system that allows you... Is it funny?
Yeah, it was funny.
That's good. That allows you to sort of... gives you a lot of different inputs. And doesn't give you feedback that lets you know what combination of inputs is making progress towards an eventual goal. So there's something, at least theoretically, meditative about playing with an object and trying different combinations of things and seeing what they do and what happens, and eventually through trial and error, through
Game audio is loud.
how is the game audio loud?
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, that's
I
fine.
don't want them to not be able to hear.
Yeah, I'm stuck now.
You almost got it.
Because he changed it.
I don't understand. Oh yeah,
Focus.
sorry. Focus.
Stay on target.
There you go.
So
I
let's
don't
go
know
back
what
to
could have
that.
happened to that game audio, but
Listen. Can I just do this?
You have to press the reset button.
Oh, is there a reset button?
Yeah. I think it's the button.
You did it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I think part of what I joked about, like, part of the reason I never played Undertale is because my first interaction with it was, like, my friend reblogged something, and I was like, what is this strange thing of Undertale?
it's fine.
That this is, and I just clicked the tag and, like, immediately saw horrendous things that I can't erase from my memory. But it also kind of felt like a cool kids club. Like, only the cool kids understand exactly what's going on at any given moment, and it didn't feel too terribly accessible. And I'm just like, look at these. I don't know.
No, I think that's super valid, Rachel. I think that Undertale has a culture problem.
Yeah. And it's hard for me to look past. As a general rule, just I don't know. As soon as we started playing the game, everyone, like, as soon as they'd ask, you know, how have you been playing so far? If you say, like, one little thing wrong, they're like, oh, God, you ruined it. And that kind of messes me up.
I have an idea.
Yeah, alright, good. Because
I think I figured out.
I made a dumb.
You made the dumb.
Did you get really frustrated about
Yeah,
No.
I think I figured out how to solve that.
I'm happy to, Oh, whoa, you have to go up.
Yeah.
No, but you're right. It's like anytime they like a lot of Undertale fans like to backseat game even when they're not playing the game.
Yeah, and I would like to, I don't know, from
Yeah.
what I'm
Accept.
experiencing, it's like there's one way to play the game, and if I don't play this way, I don't know, I guess I'm doing it wrong, and that
Good job.
just isn't appealing to me.
Somebody last week actually said that like Twitch chat almost always ruins Undertale, like for like either I guess
For
people
streamers?
for streamers or for people watching it or something like that. And I didn't really know like. Oh no. So first of all, I'm not judging like the game necessarily for
Yeah,
it, but
that's
it
not-
definitely like feels.
That's definitely the front, like, that's the first way we perceive the game, though.
like,
Right.
all-
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So it's hard to say that we can't judge the game on it when that's most of our interaction with the game.
And that is part of the game. Let's be clear. Like, this is a game that creates a culture around it, and that maybe wasn't. There are other factors at play in that, but the game creates a space for it.
So I think that. So first of all, like I said before, I played this game once before and I did not enjoy it, and I stopped, and I felt really bad about it because I wanted to, like, understand it a little better, and I actually did like come to it the second time, being like, no, seriously, legitimately, I want to play it, I want to like
Right.
it, and honestly, like everything about this game makes me think I should love this game because this game is based on like all of the things that like were my first video games that I grew up
Right.
playing, that I loved, and it's sort of like telling this like the kind of story that I always kind of wanted my games to be playing. Like, I mean, it's
Sure.
it's sort of Earthbound, it's sort of Star Tropics, it's a little Clash of Demon Head, it's like all of the things that like were like transformative game experiences for me when I was a kid. And I think the thing that, I mean, if we're going to talk about salt that I'm like mildly like salty about while playing it, is that I feel like Undertale has taken the worst part of those things, has misunderstood why we liked those games, and amplified all of the things that were absolutely not the things that that I was happy to leave like behind in the late 80s, and turned those into like the super important things, and then sort of turned around immediately and been like, wait, why don't you love this? Why isn't this everything that you could ever hope for? And I actually, like, Baron, like, no, this isn't like a cranky old man rant, actually, in a way. I just sort of like want people I don't know. I mean, have you guys played Clash of Demon Head? That game's fucking amazing.
I haven't played it. I don't know.
What part of those games came into Undertale, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I mean, it's like punishingly hard with no, like, I mean, and so people, I know chat's gonna be like, the game's not that hard, but hard in a way, I guess that's like not fun. So first of all, yes. So Captain Amber, I am aware of this, and I've actually been shielding Sean from other people from it in terms of like this Psycho Mantis trick that the game plays, and I know that that's like.
I
Like,
do
we're
like
pretty-
that.
Because I will go off on that, I'm pretty sure. But part of it is that, like, that's not something I would do as a streamer. It's also not something I would do as a gamer. Like, I don't want my game to do that.
I enjoyed it.
That's fine. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying I am not trying to say that like your fun isn't real fun. I'm trying to say that like the two things that I least want to encounter in any game that I ever play are bullet hells and puzzle boxes, and that's all that this game is. It's not true. It also has some charming dialogue and some like really clever environmental puzzles, and I appreciate those things. But not enough for me to want to engage with the rest of the game.
That's fair.
It also gets really frustrating when you like really like this game and you want to see all the different dialogue choices, but you just have to keep playing it so many times that it just gets to the point where like I don't. It's not worth it.
It's exhausting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It always kind of makes me sad when your experience with a game is contingent on you playing it many times. 'Cause like per usual, I compare a lot of things to Dragon Age, and I adore Dragon Age in that everyone's first experience is a little bit different.
Right.
And they constantly, like, everyone played through it the first time a different way and made different decisions, but still, like, everyone was able to come back and say, oh, I did this. And you weren't looked down upon for not having played it 9 times in a certain way. Like, there was no right way to play it, and there was no certain achievement that you needed to get. I loved that, and I think part of my issue with this is that it's like, oh, now that you're done playing it, you're done having the experience, you have to go do it again. It just makes me a little bit sad, and I wish there was a way for me to explore a little bit more of the game per playthrough than necessarily like the way that it's built right now. Though I do respect like the depth of it, of playing it again, doing completely different things with a very specific goal in mind.
Please pet dog.
Oh, I want to pet him. He's waiting. Did he say waiting for art?
Just
waiting
for it
to
to turn
become
it on.
art, yeah.
Just staring blankly at the snow.
Do I?
Yeah.
Must I?
Thing that Tom said.
Oh no.
His
What did he
brains.
send?
I don't know yet. I just saw it
Oops,
decomposing.
sorry guys. I accidentally clicked
Wait.
box of Jaden.
Excuse me?
Oh, okay. All right. Oops.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, it's ice. It's ice.
Got meat in the bag.
It's actually pretty mean ice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the Pokemon ice. I hate that
Oh,
crap.
Jesus.
Oh!
Is that handsome Squidward?
Wait, but I love that. I love that
Handsome
level of Pokemons.
It's a
Press
font
1 in
style.
the
Nice
chat
snow.
if you liked that level in Pokemon Crystal, where you did all the ice sliding.
Oh man, I could
Plus
talk
one.
about Pokemon Crystal all day. I
So-
love that game deeply.
Easily the best
Well, hold on, wait.
Easily.
I got it.
Oh,
I got it.
I
I
agree
got it.
with that.
Yes.
And then up.
Steve.
No, right.
Right.
Every level of my being. I
Up,
man. Oh,
Left.
this is just like Pokemon Crystal.
down,
Down.
Right.
Right.
and then right,
Yes.
down,
Good.
Left.
We did it! Hooray!
This
Switch.
is literally the ice gym.
Look at this.
Press the button. And now we slide into stripes.
Oh no, I actually agree, dearly delirious, that like the details are great. Like I really like the world of the game.
Yeah.
And like I mean, and like legit, Colin and I were saying, like the writing is actually quite good.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess what's annoying is that I would like to experience more of it without having to
deal with
go
mechanics.
through it, especially because it's kind of a trick, right? Like the bullet hell shooter like conversation mechanic and the rest of it are there as a deliberate temptation to trick me into getting frustrated, so that I will fight and kill something so that the game can later shame me. And I don't like getting set up for pranks or tricks. in a way, and I
That's
basically I feel like the game is trying to trick me into like Tumblr shaming me.
Am I? I've never played the old school Shin Megami Tensei games, but there's a relationship between that and the Persona games, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think
Yes.
Persona
I don't know
is
anything about those
like an
games, though.
offshoot of Shin Megami Tensei. And I played Persona 4. I'm currently playing Persona 5.
Oh, how do
Oh,
you like
really?
it so far?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Good.
I mean,
A giant mega dog appeared.
it's a greater
Oh,
dog.
look at Mega Doge!
Look at its tiny
look at
head.
that
And he's got a little
Yeah.
dog in
He's
his
got a
spear!
dog spear.
And
I bet-
on his bracelet. There's another dog on his bracelet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh God,
I
dog.
want to imagine that there's also a dog for each breastplate. Like under
Oh.
under it. They've got dogs.
So, okay, yes. So Persona has similar puzzle box mechanics. How do I reconcile those two games and the one that frustrates the hell out of me and the one that I really like?
Oh, come on.
Oh shit! What?
Go.
Puppy juice. No.
That is
God.
gross.
What?
I don't like that.
So, Persona... Persona definitely has a very similarly structured puzzle box mechanic, where different enemies have strengths and weaknesses to different types of attacks. And when you meet an enemy for the first time, you have no idea what they're strong against and what they're weak against. And so you just start sort of spamming random attacks, and sometimes it works out really well, and sometimes it works out really poorly. And sometimes there's a...
But I did it
Oh.
right. I did it right.
Did you move a little bit?
No, I wasn't moving.
I don't know,
I
man.
feel like you moved a little bit, but maybe.
No.
Maybe the game...
Sorry.
I
Okay,
don't know.
maybe Eva's right though.
The way that Persona works, this is it incentivizes another mechanic that Persona has, which is the collection of enemy types. And when you successfully either create through the creation, there's a Persona crafting mechanic. There's also a Persona capture mechanic, and when you
What
do
does that
either
mean?
of those things, what happened?
Is it beckon? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Like come here, dog. Nothing happens, but its ears perk up.
What has it been
Oh,
responding to?
Bork, Bork.
What is a response?
What has it been responding to? I
What
wasn't
what
fully
is a
paying attention.
response though? Like it
It's petting
responds
the
to everything.
ground with its front paws. What
I
am
think
I
that
supposed
means
to?
it wants to play. It's excited, so
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
good
Bork, Bork,
playing
Bork, Bork,
fetch.
Bork. Oh, he wants to lay down.
He's so
And
but
it still attacks.
Oh yeah.
That was a weak attack.
So
TLC.
Hey.
Love that
TLC.
tender care.
dog.
Oh. He hasn't pet
we're gonna
enough.
die.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah, we
bit
are
snuggle.
definitely
Snuggle.
gonna die.
Like this takes a lot.
Sorry, guys.
So the what is it? Oh,
I'm gonna use the nice
got it.
cream.
The puzzle box in Persona exists in order to incentivize another behavior. If you do the things that Persona actually wants you to do, which is collecting different
But it still barks.
Bork, Bork, Bork.
Well, it's
yeah,
excited.
collecting
He's just
different
really excited.
monsters, within yourself, then it reveals all of that mysterious stuff. It also has a better feedback mechanism where literally after you try
Nice.
any attack type, cute. See, he's cute.
I love him so much.
and now he's got a butt.
You got a butt? Oh, you got a butt. I missed the butt.
When you use an attack type, it immediately reveals the enemy's reaction to that attack type, and then that is clear. That is made clear. There's an interface for now you know that piece of information. So it's actually less puzzle boxy, and more. It feels more like a system of revealing specific, investigating specific pieces of information. But you can still bypass it, and that's the way that the game sort of, encourages you, incentivizes you to play. Is if you want to know this stuff, then actually capture one of these monsters and turn it into a persona. So, and that I really like. I really like when a game gives me systems that are frustrating or difficult, but not overly so, and leverages them in order to drive a different behavior. It's just that my experience with Undertale is that there is no behavior that I can engage in that is actually lets me stop doing the things that I find so frustrating.
A real quick point I want to make on the feedback is that a lot of the time people will tell me you can't get a true ending the first time, and I think that might be a small testament to the feedback just not being enough. If we had started on this track and been I refuse to kill anyone to any power that I can, I feel and I understand that there were parts where we just didn't pay attention to clues. I feel like we should be able to do that.
I did that.
Yeah, okay.
The first time.
Okay. That's cool. Because everyone who's told us is just no, you can't do it properly the first time.
What happened is
completely.
so you go in order to do the passive ending, you
Should I not
have
use
to
the
go
box?
through this special
I
area.
mean,
But
really?
the thing that
I guess.
prompts you to go there.
Can't do it without.
Well, yeah, but once you finish the neutral ending, then
Yeah.
Flowey is like, hey, you should go back and do the passive ending, and so it puts you at a checkpoint that's at the end,
Yeah.
and so then you can you don't have to replay the whole game to do the passive
Oh, I
ending.
see. You can
Yeah.
you go to the end.
Well, that's
Yeah.
such good art. I didn't know they
And
had
it-
character models.
And it lets you.
The
do
art
it.
is so weird in that it's
Yeah,
it's
But
weirdly.
I still hate doing
I like all of this art quite a bit, Will.
it. Pisses me off so much.
Yeah.
This art's
Do you-
nice.
This is surprisingly good.
Pseudo Scorpion says that if we want to see an actual instance of poor
Poor
design,
design,
we should
spend
spend
the
the night at the end.
Sold.
Okay, all right, let's do it.
I love.
Should I buy the bandana? It seems like that's a defense item.
I like defense.
That means that it'll be harder for us to die.
It has abs on it.
I like not
Yeah.
dying.
Great.
Not dying is pretty cool.
We still
I'm
have
gonna-
93 gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy, I think, a cinnamon bun and a bicycle.
Cinnamon
I-
bun.
Yeah.
Ah. I'm a little bit sad we can't go back to the spiders and their spider economy so I can support it.
Apparently the spiders come back one more time, but we'll never be able to afford it.
Oh.
Really?
Also, fun fact. Did you know that the spider cider is made of spiders?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
Do
it.
they
Spiders.
cannibalize other spiders?
I don't.
I mean, it was pretty clear
I don't know if
that
I
these
like.
were foods that were for spiders by spiders made of spiders.
Yeah.
So
It's
they're
probably
just...
spiders that died of old age.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I like that.
She's
I'm
talking
gonna
about
accept
freedom.
that. I like spiders a
Old
lot.
age. Yeah.
I actually had to kill a spider today, and it made me really, really sad.
Why?
Because he got into my computer USB port.
Oh.
Oh
I was
dear.
sitting outside, and I couldn't get him out.
No,
and
that's
I
a
was
thing that spiders
Please,
can't do.
you can't go there. That's not your home. And he wouldn't come out, so I had to.
So my roommate in college.
Oh, God.
Sounds like a good story.
I'm
It's a little
scared.
gross.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, good.
boy,
All
I'm
right.
ready.
Okay.
But yeah, we don't know exactly how it happened. Things sometimes happen to her, but her hand got kind of weird looking and like not
Oh,
okay,
no.
and we had
Oh,
to
no.
like
The entire
go to the
hand was just,
hospital.
like, a part of it.
Somehow a spider laid eggs in her hand.
Oh
Yep,
no.
that happens. That's
Under the skin?
Yeah,
How?
it was
How'd it
pretty
get
much one of the
there?
worst things in the world. We don't know. Things like this happened to her sometimes.
No, actually, like,
That sounds
Awful.
Like I've heard like
Yeah.
there's a
like
fly that
maggots
does
licking
that.
in like your ears and stuff.
Yeah.
But how does it get under the skin?
It's really not that hard, actually.
I said, yeah, right? Like, hold on, wait, she's scared, like, for dropping truth over here. We all decided to leave the ruins and head for the end of the caverns. Along the way, some fuzzy folk decided they liked the cold instead of camped and snowed in.
Do you like
Don't explore the ruins. The door's been locked for ages, so unless you're a ghost or can burrow under the door, forget about it. Okay. Let's
But
find
yeah,
out what to do
it's
here.
really not too hard for them to get under
They
your skin.
burrow?
Grillby's food, and the library has information. If you're tired, you can take a nap
would
at
a
the
spider
inn.
do
It's
that?
right next door. My
That's
sister
rude.
runs
It's
it.
somewhere safe.
But it's so rude.
Well, like, yes, but spiders have different manners.
Huh.
But, like, no, as soon as they break the skin, it's really rather easy. Especially if they're a smaller spider. Then there's, like, spinnerets and reproductive bits are also smaller.
We're not
and
going to
more
go much
malleable.
further, guys. I know everybody's
No, yeah,
sleepy.
we're not.
I'm going to save.
Yeah.
I'm glad we ended on the spider burrow.
Well, no, I'm going to try the inn thing, but I saved.
Yeah. Oh,
Apparently-
Good call.
Apparently, we're being tricked. Also, I know a thing about saving, so I know that even if we're tricked, we're still fucked.
Oh, good. Okay.
But let's talk to this rabbit.
Snowed in.
Shouldn't it be the Snowden Inn?
Yeah, it should be the Snowden Inn.
Oh, we don't. I spent too much money.
Oh, no.
I don't have.
No.
Another poor thing.
Oh, wait.
Oh, sweet. That's nice.
You can sleep there for free.
Oh, that's
Wait,
really
so
sweet.
Or you can
Whoa.
sit there for
Who are those people?
It's people who paid hard-earned gold to sleep 3 to a bed in the room next door.
Hey, cuddling is fun.
You look like you had a great sleep, which is incredible because you were only up there for about 2 minutes. Boom. Feel free to come back if you get tired.
That was funny.
So could we have spent 80 gold on that?
Above your maximum HP. What? Hold on.
Wait, what did he say?
You can sleep to gain above your maximum HP.
wait, check your HP.
I'm trying.
40 and 40.
It's the 40.
No, don't spoil it. The answer is always no.
No. Yeah, don't spoil it.
No, this is not where we bring up the fish that follow urine streams.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely not where we're going here. I just had a conversation about that like yesterday, and why
3 hearts there, though.
them and mosquitoes might be the worst things in the world.
Pseudoscorpion, do you want to spoil the inn or the whole game?
I mean, spoiling the
mosquitoes?
inn, I think.
I'm okay with that because I don't get it.
Hold on, I'm just gonna do it
Which one?
again.
What?
What
Because
are
the thing that we've
mosquitoes?
learned
I
is
hate mosquitoes.
sometimes
I-
Undertale makes you do the same thing over and over again,
Well, that's true, with no indication that that's what it wants you to do.
just for funsies.
Mom says that sleeping can recover your health above your maximum HP.
Do you want to check your HP again?
How do you do that?
You just pause.
So 40.
Yeah.
It'll refund your 80 gold if you have 80 gold. Oh.
Okay, so since we didn't have 80 gold, we were like,
Oh.
Because you didn't spend
Why
the
is
whole
that?
night.
Whole night.
Oh, okay,
It's not
alright.
necessarily bad game design. It's just a little haha. Little.
I want to walk to the other side of town, try the undersnow tunnels.
Well, yeah. I guess if like you were like stressing about like raising the money and
I'm
stuff.
just gonna
that
walk
would-
around and look
Yeah,
at
but
some
if
stuff
you
real
were
quick.
stressing, I mean, if you didn't have the money, then it just lets you do it for free.
Yeah, but like if you were planning on, if you were planning on doing it,
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it is a joke! Oh my god, I didn't
Wait,
get
what
the
was
joke.
Wait, what?
if you sleep the whole night, then you recover HP. But since the game only lets you sleep for 2 minutes at a time, you'll never get your maximum
Oh,
Like, this is one of those, like,
see.
idiot says what kind of things.
Got it. Yeah,
And
okay.
I, an idiot,
you just said what
said
a
what
bunch of times.
several times in a
Yeah.
row.
I
I
a dummy.
see. But if you're trying to save up money and you avoided the inn, is there a downside?
gotta draw. I need to draw a snake. He's blue.
I mean,
I don't think it does anything.
the inn does heal you to full, but doesn't saving also heal you to full?
Yeah.
So, and there was a save point like right
Right
at the
next.
start of the town.
So
So the inn isn't like particularly useful. It's just a joke.
This is a joke, too.
Check your HP right now. For the inn. 40 out of 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
But there is no use.
Yeah, it's because the save point also it fills your HP.
Oh, hang on, guys.
I think. I'm pretty sure that's true, Pseudo Scorpion. I'm far from an Undertale expert, but the inn fills your HP past your max usually. Didn't for us.
Twice.
Twice. It says that if you spend a night at the inn, it will fill your HP past max, but Jesse's theory is that you can't actually do that.
Oh, it fills you at max HP. Oh, so here's an interesting problem, guys.
Oh, so if you play pacifist,
You need it,
then it will overfill you.
but we have killed.
But we have killed.
So you have 40.
Well. Maybe it only works if you pay. It could be that.
It only works if you're nice.
Oh, that's probably.
Well, no, I mean it works worse if you're nice.
Well,
It
it
just-
works worse because
Wait, you guys are
because
Marcy?
you're
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
playing as
we're
Marty
Marty.
because we're playing this without Marty.
I'm going to put the glove on.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to look at my stats again. We got a glove. We hit pretty
Marty's
hard.
really great. Yeah, Marty's incredible.
Marcy's really good.
Don't tell Marty though.
Now tell her.
No, we can't. That's illegal.
I did. Oh, okay. So, all right, Roto. Yes, I did. Gosh, I'm going to ask the opposite question. Who fed a bunch of little girls back into BioShock at the end? Did anybody actually do that?
No, God, no.
I definitely
Wait, do what?
saved all.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I saved
definitely
all of
saved
those
all the
girls.
little girls in
I-
BioShock.
Same.
I absolutely can't play that game without. Like, I don't know. That just.
But it's also
bleeds-
just so public information that if you eat them, then you get a bad ending. It's
Well,
just
like-
super public. Like most people know that.
Well, no.
right?
Like the first time I played it, I literally opened the game and had heard nothing because my brother was like, "Hey, I just finished this game. I want to watch you fuck up," and so he gave me the game. And I was like, "Sweet, time to make mistakes."
Oh, so
Um,
Ruby, actually, the first 10 minutes of BioShock are by far the scariest.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
no,
gets,
it's
Absolutely.
true.
I remember
it gets
that,
less
that
scary.
demo. That demo scared the living daylights out of me,
Yeah.
and I was like all in on this super
Wait,
scary
same.
game.
Does
I
that
was-
include the room, like the room that
Yeah,
gets dark?
yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah, and then it
Um,
gets like a lot, and then like the retail game is a lot less scary after that moment that the demo has. That's also very much like the beginning of the game, like right after you enter Rapture.
Yeah, then it
Just
just
'cause
becomes
you
a
get
shooter.
weapons.
Then it becomes like a pretty great
No.
shooter.
Yeah, it's a
with
very good shooter.
with a dick move.
I hate that
non-choice,
I like-
non-choice. 3/4 of the way through the game.
I mean, when I think about BioShock, I mentally erase the narrative twist in the middle of it because it's stupid.
So
I
there's
couldn't
so
play
the
it
counter
because
to
it was
that.
controller,
So
and I
since
can't
we're on
play
this
with
like
controller.
games
Yeah.
that maybe like mildly manipulate you in order to like
Yeah,
accomplish goals,
yeah.
The counter to that is the darkness, which is
Which I haven't.
you haven't played, which
Did you
is-
work on the darkness?
no.
I know
I
somebody
worked
who
with
worked on the
no, but
Darkness.
I worked with them on the game prior to that. I did Riddick with them.
Oh, right.
So the darkness, I won't spoil too much, but just say that there is a moment where something happens and you lose control of your character, much like in BioShock.
Okay.
And the conceit of the game for people who don't know is just that you know through maybe no fault of your own you have become partially possessed by
Sure.
this like family curse that lets you like control evil only when it's dark. And there's a pretty like couple of what?
The Darkness?
The Darkness. Solid game.
Never heard of it.
Based on a Top Cow comic book from like the mid '90s. Anyway, it does this thing also where it definitely manipulates you, but it deliberately like you lose control.
Mm-hmm.
But that one narratively says that the manipulation is the game itself, is the darkness
Right.
itself, which holds you back and makes you watch something like
Right.
highly unpleasant,
Right.
because it wants you. And it is very transparent about it. It's saying like, I want you to be bad,
Right.
and I'm going to do something to you to make you angry.
Right.
But it is effective in a way where the like subsequent 2 levels are like, no, all right, you're absolutely right. Like, I know that you're manipulating me, but it feels okay. It feels good almost to do this. Am I getting called a monster yet?
No.
Okay. Yes, I think we're talking about like good twists or bad twists, guys.
Yeah. Village is a bad twist.
Yeah. But yes.
I don't actually know anything about the village.
It was Shamalama Ding Dongs.
I mean,
Shamalama Ding Dong, right?
I would say we should watch it, but I would never advise anybody to watch
No,
The
When I
Village.
was a kid, I liked
Actually,
it.
no, I take that
No,
back.
I mean, so there is absolutely emotional investment. I mean, this is a game that also gives you like an achievement and a fair amount of emotional investment for actually sitting and watching To Kill a Mockingbird, like legit, actually just To Kill a Mockingbird with your girlfriend for a period of time.
That's wild. I like that.
And it just
That's
continually like asks you like, do you want to keep watching or do you want to do something else? I'm like, no, I'll keep watching. And
Yeah.
I watched like maybe 20 minutes of that movie.
Yeah.
Have you, real quick, kind of off topic, have you either of you seen a Neil Breen movie?
Neil Breen?
Neil Breen. He is a architect out of Las Vegas that is creating these really interesting movies with his salary.
Oh, are you
It's,
talking about?
Yes,
Oh, no.
that is exactly what
Oh,
I'm
yes.
talking about, Anna.
It's my new favorite director.
OMG,
I can
Neil
say.
Breen! Yes!
Yes.
Dearly Delirious understands. So we had a friend introduce it to us last night, and I think if you want to put
Understand
all other
quality.
media into perspective, you should watch a Neil Breen movie. No. I was a pint of ice cream deep, and that's it. Okay? I had perspective, I was conscious, and I Am Here Now is good. But his third movie is actually what I have seen, and it is unbelievable as a media experience. And I recommend that we watch it someday on stream.
Fateful Findings is the one we watched.
Fateful Findings is the one that we watched. You are correct.
Ooh,
Which-
it's something.
It's something, but yeah. So if you want a bad movie,
If anyone has played Skyrim, did anyone kill Parthenox?
I killed Parthenox.
How dare you?
I definitely killed Parthenox because that was definitely part of the mission.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I killed Parthenox.
Who is that?
No, Parthenox asked you to kill him.
Yeah.
No.
That definitely is like.
It
Is
was
this part of
like.
the story mode? Is this a thing?
Yeah,
Okay, I never
That's
played
only
the story
if you
mode.
went
It's
up
Skyrim.
there.
good. No,
To
Parthenox
kill him.
was like, I know you're here to kill me. And you were like, well, I was kind of looking for a way out. And Parthenox like you could, but I also have lived for a really long time. And it is completely reasonable for you to want me to die. Like, it serves you, and I really, won't put up too much of a fuss. And then, if you kill Parthenox, then that is literally exactly what happens.
My beef with it is that literally the blades were meant to serve you, and then they're just like ordering you around, and I'm just like, I'm the Dragonborn, you work for me. What are you doing?
Like, yes, but they're trying to do what's right for the world. And
Parthenox is fine.
I know, Parthenox wasn't doing anything.
Exactly. No good reason to go kill Parthenox.
When does 84 close today?
It just closed.
When does Parkside close today?
11:30.
Base. Oh yeah, the sign is misspelled. Okay. But there's not a lot of knowledge.
But yeah, Neil Breen is a very,
Beautiful man.
no. Breen is something that you watch when you feel like a bad artist. And then you kind of look back at yourself and you're like, you know what? I've still got something. Which is always a nice kind of context to grow from.
Monster funerals.
Just like in Disneyland.
Oh shoot.
Same.
Human beings are mostly made of water. Humans, with their physical forms, are far stronger than us, but they will never know the joy of expressing themselves through magic.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
They'll never get a bullet pattern birthday card.
Hey, I want a bullet pattern birthday card.
I feel like I've received a lot of bullet patterns.
What is a bullet?
What's a bullet pattern?
Okay, I was
I think,
like,
I think they're talking about the kill box. The like.
Like the.
Oh, the in the
Yeah. The.
why? Wait, what?
I'm
What?
confused.
What?
I missed all the
don't understand that
context
at
here.
all.
I tried to learn things at the library. I'm getting that maybe monsters are misunderstood.
Okay.
Did you know? I guess everyone is rightly scared of humans because we fuck up everything. But like, that's okay. I mean,
Yeah, I guess to sort of summarize it, I enjoy being emotionally manipulated. I dislike knowing that I'm being emotionally manipulated, and I feel like where Undertale like doesn't work for
The
me
like
is
wink and a
often
nudge.
when it is like super like much like basically I could use like a sans papyrus metaphor more or less to sort of describe like I feel like the game is aware of it too, right? Like that sequence is like double meta, fourth wall breaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, there's a puzzle. There's not actually a puzzle. Wink, wink. I like, and it's just sort of, I don't know. We're too sober to have the rest of this conversation, but I definitely feel like there are points where Undertale like turns to me and winks,
Right.
and lets me know that it's about to manipulate me, and that as a personal preference, I do not enjoy that.
Yeah.
Other people do enjoy that quite
Yeah,
a bit.
and can, and that's fine. I mean, you know, clearly I'm gonna get booed from chat, but I was a big fan of Spec Ops: The Line and Signs.
Yeah.
Signs.
Yeah.
I like
is
both
like
The
one of
Line,
my favorite movies.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna mention that.
They mentioned it earlier as an inferior version of this.
Yeah.
And yeah, science gets better later in life, as it turns out.
It's true.
Oh no, there's...
Roto.
What?
You've been given
Oh God.
The hard part is that I like.
No, I would be aware of it, Captain Amber, but mostly because like very early in the game it tricks you, and then from that point forward it's kind of, you can kind of tell the trick.
Yes.
Are you moving to
Oh,
Yeah.
2 boos.
Yeah, I get one of the boos.
I feel like I should take a boo, but Spec Ops: The Line is. I didn't like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who,
No, I'm gonna stick with it, except I don't want to like.
I mean, I'm not.
I don't wanna
I'm
piss off
sorry.
chat
I'm
by,
not
like-
gonna stick with it. Like, I would take it offline. I would say like take it offline.
Yeah, like, I'll
and
finish
that-
it.
But I'm not gonna keep playing the stupid bullet hell. I'm just not. I'm not gonna do it. I'd rather play Persona 5.
Maria would be happy with you.
Maria will be
Well,
very happy. I talked to
yeah.
her.
Will she? I mean, I guess she will. I guess today she will.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, today she was like, just like somehow like very hurt by something that happened before
The-
she came to the
is that right?
master show. Yeah.
I will say, I don't know if anybody is playing Persona 5.
It's on
or
my
has
list.
played.
I'm gonna
It's
play it.
it's good. I recommend it. Play it. Boy, that game has a perspective on teachers.
He's switched up.
Ah.
into a bit more
I
positive.
see. Oh, cool. Good. Good. Great. That's my favorite. I love when that happens.
There's a chance for dragons.
Yeah, go ahead, Eve.
Interesting. It's interesting.
Go ahead, Eve. Yeah,
Oh,
I would agree with. I would
interesting.
agree with that. I think that I mean,
Interesting.
I have a lot of students who I think like one of those things quite a bit.
To repeat the question back, GDC style, Eve is saying that there's a problem with the game, that it does two very novel things at once that are not necessarily for the same audience.
And that is.
What's your
very-
interpretation of that? Because so the meta-ness, there's this clever meta-ness,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that there is like some clever meta-ness.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bullet hell instead of just menu fighting.
So,
that
like, as a thought
clever?
experiment, if they got rid of the bullet hell
Yeah.
and it was just menu fighting,
Okay.
would
If they
I-
got rid of the bullet, okay, let's make this easy. Let's
Yeah.
make this super easy.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of the bullet hell.
Okay.
Just eliminate it, and then make the save slightly less onerous.
Yeah.
I would play this game absolutely 100%.
So we are now farther in the game than I was when I quit it last time. But my and I was trying, but I knew enough guys to know that, because I had heard students say that like they wouldn't speak to me if I didn't do pacifist. So I was trying my first time through, because I like when people speak to me, to do this pacifist thing. So I didn't I was engaging with the bullet hell, like I guess on the bare minimum amount for the most part. I was avoiding fights whenever I could, or trying to do this thing. But the
Right.
thing is that every monster does have a puzzle. So once
Sure.
and it is just the same. So every
And
time
so
you encounter
once you solve
that thing,
that,
then you
monster's
have to
puzzle.
go through the same tedious menu selection and read the same text. Every time you encounter that monster, it's the same.
Well, okay, but
so
my
if you need
argument
mo-
is that it's really tedious because of the bullet hell.
Mhm.
Because
Right.
because you can't just run through it.
But it's like having the same conversation. Like, if every time I encountered you, I had to have the exact same conversation with you in order to beat it, like exactly word for word, like Groundhog
Hi, Sean.
Day
How
style.
are you doing? I'm
And then
doing well.
Give
How
Sean a
about
snack.
you?
Pet Sean twice. Give Sean another snack. Now spare Sean. But then there's like 7 Seans, and Seans randomly appear every time you're just trying to walk back to the save point.
Right.
And then you have to do that over and over again. So that me for the first time, I was like, oh gosh, well I now know that the trick to the guy who always tells the jokes is that you've got to go through his joke routine in the right order,
right.
and then you beat him, and it's like So weirdly, the bullet hell was the only thing, and I can see as a designer being like, okay, but the bullet hell is the novel part of the interaction.
Right.
Will I be able to
No, that's fair.
survive
That's fair.
this long enough to do this? But I think it should be sort of reverse necessarily.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that was, as a designer, we had a problem,
Right.
which is that the cool novel thing that we're trying to do is a content nightmare.
Right.
If that's the only interaction. So then the design decision that I disagree with was to graft a new mechanic on top of that to inject novelty
Right.
into it to prevent it from being
Stale.
the length of War
Right.
and Peace for Toby Fox to have to write novel, different, but still solvable interactions with every random encounter that you meet.
Right.
See, so all of this is lore, guys, though, right? You could skip the majority of the fights. You don't I learned all of these things from you guys,
Right.
And from
yeah, exactly.
the wiki, and from hearing people talk about it. But so fact about me, I visit my in-laws over every other holiday, and there's not a lot to do there sometimes. It's gotten a little more exciting now that I have a toddler, but prior to that, it was just me and my Steam backlog, and also not great internet. So games like Undertale was sort of okay, great, I don't need connectivity or good internet during those periods of time in order to play it. So I ended up playing part of it in an utter vacuum without all of this sort of on there to be you can skip the majority of the fights. There's nothing in the game that says that. That's one of those tricks that I'm talking about.
Right.
That's oh no, you're supposed to think that you have to fight. It's okay, but this game looks like games that I played.
Right.
I don't have the benefit of this stuff going on. And there's honestly, and the game never told me that you could run away, because in every other game that you've ever played, running away means, it's not always going to be successful. It's going to cost you something. You're going to have to fight it again later.
Or
Right,
there's some
right.
stipulations
And when you do-
on being able to run
And when
away.
you do run in this game, you don't get even let in on the joke. You just sort of like get this. You assume that this was the time you rolled 50-50 and you managed to escape.
Right.
Yeah, but I had a rotten time playing Disconnected.
Yeah,
is
that's
the
what I'm
thing.
saying. Is
Like,
that
that's when
it was
that's
not
when I-
fun.
That's when I put it down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm farther now, like talking to other people and having people sort of like let me in on it a little bit.
Through it a little bit. You're assuming there's a joke where there
is
isn't one.
none.
I mean, if there's not a joke, then it's just a bad setup.
I don't know.
I mean, like,
I think we're
it's-
so trained to kind of expect the joke on a lot of things in this game. I don't know. Like, part of the reason that I'm interested in watching it be played is because I'm expecting like this weird looking bear in a nice sports jacket to like tell me a funny joke. And that's kind of the expectation that they've set up for me, is that I'm working towards a clever joke and then being let in on the joke and feeling like, ah ha ha, and then the next person I watch play this game, I can be like, oh, wait until you get to that joke. But
So, Louis, I mean, it's not that different. I mean, it's grindy. Both of those things are pretty grindy. I don't get too far in like traditional RPGs either for almost exactly the same reason.
Yeah, I will.
Without-
I mean, but I'll speak to what the difference
Without
is.
some Skinner boxing.
Yeah, and some of it is Skinner boxing. Some of it is that there's the solutions to the puzzles that Jesse is talking about. These dialogue puzzles in Undertale are multi-stage. You have to do a bunch of different things, right? You have to do a sequence of things. Whereas what Louis is suggesting is, how is that different from the sort of standard RPG? If he's fire type, hit him with water. If he's weak to fire, then hit him with fire. That's it's simply a matter of scale. That's simpler to do, and so it's less onerous to do it for every enemy because it's a much simpler thing. It's also typically, at least the RPGs that I tend to play, and we were also talking about Final Fantasy in here, and I don't play Final Fantasy. I have not ever understood those games. But
I've tried several times.
But most of the time in the like RPG games that I play, using each of those abilities is attached to some kind of a strategic opportunity cost, right? I can attack this guy with fire because he's weak to fire, but I have a limited amount of fire, like that drains my mana, or that drains my health, or that uses a spell, and I have to weigh the consequences of using that in this situation versus using it sometime in the future in an unknown situation. So there is an inherent tension, even if the solution to the puzzles is extremely straightforward in the same way.
Mm-hmm. And so this logic puzzle box thing, I mean, somebody brought up like, oh, well, anybody who's ever like owned a dog knows how to beat this thing. Like, fun fact, my sister has a morbid fear of dogs, like, so I've never owned a dog. Like, you know, one attacked her when she was a kid, and so like we avoided them like the plague, like basically our whole lives. So I was literally in the dark. Like, I was like, he's pawing at the ground. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Right. No, absolutely.
Which seems unfair.
And
and there's this thing, like, when we like founded this school very early on, somebody, like, a teacher said to a friend of mine, like, well, life's not fair, and she responded, what games usually are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's sort of my, like, that's where I come down on it, is that, like, yes, like, in life, I should, if I've ever encountered a dog, then there's no hint guide for the dog, there's no Twitch chat to help me with the dog, but in a game, I expect that it's fair.
Yes. Yeah.
And that,
Putting it in the realm of fairness is really interesting to me, because this is, I mean, Yeah, I haven't thought about it in quite those terms, but I think that is the thing that I'm talking about. That's the thing that I'm talking about with The Witness. That's the thing that I'm talking about with Braid, with and with Kingdom and puzzle boxes in general. Is that there's not puzzle boxes necessarily. Puzzle boxes can be made to be fair and still not enjoyable, but there's a sense of a game experience being a self-contained thing. And if a game wants to guide me through a process of understanding it as something different than that, then I'm open to that. But if a game sort of presents itself as a self-contained thing for which the self-contained experience is incomplete, because there's an expectation that like you will bring in something from outside, that I don't have patience for that. I just don't have patience for that.
So this is just again, Eve saying that the most rewarding moments in meta are too inaccessible, which is a shame because it's a strong point worth experiencing. So I will say that I was telling people before we started the stream that I lost probably 3 hours to the Undertale wiki this last weekend. Like, I woke up the next morning and I basically, like, I don't know if I spoiled stuff, but I was trying to, like, learn more about certain things, and then you know how wikis are, you just end up you read and you click and you sort of keep jumping. So I'm pretty deep, like, into a lot of it, and I knew some things before, like I know about the Psycho Mantis trick where there's no such thing as really, like, deleting the game or the saves. It's aware of what you're doing with save files and all that stuff. Which I guess is cool, but I enjoyed reading about it. Right. And maybe, like, part of, like, my crankiness is that, like, I had heard about some of these cool things prior to experiencing them. I mentioned this on stream last week. And trying to get to them or experiencing them in the game is actually not as pleasurable as it is talking to other people about Undertale or reading about Undertale. Right. Like, I sort of am, like, it's slogging to get through it in a way, like, when people talked about Lost. And then I started watching Lost from the beginning.
Yes. Okay.
Without, like, a skip it, watch it guide, more or less. Like, I feel like the same sort of thing. Like, I know there's cool stuff. That's why I was like, yes, we should keep playing it. We should sort of keep going and get to more of it. But it's like, gosh, when's it coming? Like, I thought... Like, we just finally got to this Grill Beast place, which I read a lot about.
Oh, really?
And there's dates. Did you know apparently there's dating in this game? Like,
nope.
That's adorable. Can I date spiders?
You can date a lot of the characters, but I guess in kind of a millennial date kind of way, which I think means just, like, hang out. I know, I'm a fringe millennial. I'm AOL millennial, not, like...
Yeah, right.
Wait,
exactly.
I'm
That's a different generation.
Like,
How
it
do
doesn't seem
millennials
like... Like, it's like a non-romantic date, but, like, where just the two of you go out, like...
So, like, hanging out?
Yeah, but, like, a duo hangout.
So, like...
A one-on-one hangout.
Hanging out with a friend.
Yeah.
So, when I've
But they
done
call
that,
it date. But they call it dates in the game.
They call it a date.
Yeah, like there's like you're
So
like
I wouldn't call that a date.
because there's a date with Sans and there's a date with Papyrus. There's a date with like lots of the characters. Like they keep talking about the dates. So that's like coming, but it seems like forever from now.
Huh? Interesting.
It's usually 30 minutes, like 30 minutes max is one.
Uh-huh.
Like, depending on how slow you go.
We tend to go pretty slow. Oh, it just crashed again.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. It's okay. How do millennials date should be the tagline for after class. That's not bad.
Yeah, 10
That's
minutes
fine.
away from the date, yeah.
It's
Anna points out that yes, actually everybody here is a millennial. I just like to use the term pejoratively.
it's true because
Like,
we
you
hate
spend
ourselves.
a lot of your time around millennials, Jesse. I feel like you have a decent understanding.
Listen,
of
actually,
them.
other people who are my age, which is slightly older than you, but not that much, we like to feel, are actually super pissed about being millennials because we thought that we were like Gen Y or something, and then they took that away from us and put us with you guys. So
Wait, are you a millennial?
Yes.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
When were you
No,
born?
we're millennials.
Yeah.
When were you born?
81. Counts.
Yeah.
Sorry. Listen, nobody's happy about
Yeah,
this.
nobody.
Rachel,
Literally nobody's
Rachel,
happy
nobody
about
is
it.
happy about this.
No, it's
Who
true.
decided this? Baby boomers?
I think it's dumb.
What if we just
For
rewrite
millennials, for me, are like 2000s up, honestly.
As the name would imply.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I don't want to be lumped in with like 2000s.
Yeah, all of
arguing that.
1900s.
I don't- If someone was
I was
born
in
after
1994, therefore it
2000,
counts as a
I don't
millennial.
know if I trust them.
I
Like,
Yeah.
that is weird.
Yeah, Amber, that's the range.
Yeah,
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 see,
yeah.
millennial.
Saying
Sorry,
2000s.
nobody's happy.
Ah.
Nobody's happy. We're all in this together.
Listen, we can
Yep.
just ignore the
You just broke Rachel. She's so pissed.
When they shit on millennials, now they're shitting on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Aware. Okay.
Super aware of
Oh
that.
my
Aware. Look, I
God.
got. Look, I just decided to own it, and I got Snapchat.
Snapchat on your
Now
sunglasses.
you have
Oh, my
Yeah,
sunglasses.
look, I
Yeah,
got-
exactly.
My God,
One
yeah,
step
he
above
has
skipping
Snap.
preliminaries.
Oh, we all do.
Yeah.
It's really,
I
it's
can't
the-
believe
it
this.
is the oldest fringe of millennials who have Snapchat classes.
That's because we can
in my
afford them.
experience.
You guys have money.
That's
This
true.
is bullshit.
That's because we
true.
can afford them.
Disposable income. That is a weird concept.
Then I
Okay.
became a teacher.
And then I became.
Ba-dum-bum.
Okay,
God.
I feel like we played enough Undertale.
The
for
computer
this
feels
show.
like we played
Yeah.
enough Undertale.
It's a little.
Thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for bearing with us through those weird technical difficulties. We're gonna try to get our tech a little bit more sorted over the next few weeks. I will tell you that next week we are not going to have after class for
Fun reasons.
serious, important reasons, unavoidable reasons. Because it's graduation and unavoidably we can't be here for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry. But we will be back 2 weeks from tonight.
And probably maybe more than that.
What
once it's
is-
summer.
and in the summer we're gonna try to do more stuff too.
Board games.
What is?
We gonna play some
I'm
board
so excited about board
Yes.
games. We're gonna play
So
board
wait,
games.
Yeah.
Next week,
Weird goms.
the 12th. Okay, so I won't be here when we come back.
No, there's gonna
Okay.
be more, Rachel. Don't worry.
Yeah, there will be more.
I will still be
There'll
here
be more summer.
Yeah.
Summer
Uh,
after that.
when we come back. Also,
But
this,
there is when we come
Yeah.
back, Marty's also not gonna be here, so you and I should find some.
We will
other
find
thing to
something
play.
that's not Undertale.
and not Mass Effect.
No. I mean that's sacrilege.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
Knights of the Old Republic.
We might play
Or-
Old Republic.
No.
We could do that.
No,
Oh, we could
SWTOR?
play-
You're gonna play SWTOR?
We could.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
What's that? What's that little noise?
Yeah,
That
one more
Rachel just
shot.
made.
3 shots.
Yeah.
Why did I get a shot? Why did I get a
oh,
shot?
Jesus. Okay.
Why did I get
alright.
a shot? Oh, just for fun?
Just
No, they
fun,
gave-
fun last shots.
too
All right,
Yeah,
thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
John, shoot
Thanks for being here.
Yay.